The question on everybody's lips. Were they going to show up? Would journalists and buyers from across the world travel to the French capital after the Paris attacks to see the latest that men's fashion had to offer? The answer was yes. At the Cartier Foundation, Issey Miyake sets the tone. Next winter's on-trend man will be a vision of classical elegance with a sporty twist.
I would like to make the very arrogant suit style this time. So I got inspiration from the Charles Denim Macintosh, so especially from the geometric grid or oval motif. So it looks like very architectural.
Far from the chic arrondissement of Paris in Ivry, a suburb south of the capital, the models are shivering. Belgian designer Raf Simons has set up an 80-metre-long podium to show off a selection of long, sleeveless trench coats and billowing trousers. A 70s-inspired look set to a suitably 70s band, deep purple. At the Palais de Tokyo, a different vibe, where Californian Rick Owens presented a pared-down military aesthetic. He named his collection the Sphinx.
I was thinking of masculinity and simple, modest uniform. So I was thinking of military pea coats, not even military, more like nautical pea coats and workwear almost.
Rick Owens' mission has always been to balance order with chaos. These models walk down the catwalk with their genitals fully exposed. For some, a provocation. For others, a bold statement of self-possession.
As you get older, you have the confidence of knowing how far you're going and knowing what's too far and knowing what is dangerous for you. That's the pleasure of getting older, finding that equilibrium. When I'm 80, I can start doing heroin. Or when I'm 80, I can just be crazy. But not now. Not now.
Designers have always responded to contemporary events. Walter van Beirendonck from Belgium was shocked by the attack on Paul McCarthy's controversial tree installation in Place Vendôme last October. Here he pays homage to the sculptor with his necklaces.
There are many people who don't want to do that. There are lots of designers who only want to create beautiful dresses to make a lot of money. But at the same time, I feel that creative people have the right to react to things that happen in the world.
As a label, Y Project used to be rather serious, but for 3 seasons now the look's been a little lighter, due to the removal of some accessories.
No, this season there's no tie. This season it's all about roll necks. There will definitely be suits, but there's a sort of balance between classic tailoring, a bit dandy, still very modern, a bit more masculine, stricter, and a more urban look. A techno, younger edge, a bit 90s. So there's that counterbalance.
The Andrea Crews collective chose to hold their show in a garage. The collection is steeped in references to the chrome high-tech world of racing, with some rave culture thrown in for good measure. Car makers Opel sponsored the event.
The bomber jackets are an example of our upcycling. Taking items and transforming them into new pieces is at the very heart of Andrea Crews. We've made some shirts shorter and others longer.
Iranian-German Boris Bidjan Saberi modernizes the classics with the help of established techniques. He dyes his own kangaroo hides, not with chemicals, but with vegetables. Pigalle is the up-and-coming young Parisian label. It unveiled its collection on the grand staircase of the Paris Opéra to a captive audience.
I'm happy if it inspires emotions, because, you know, I don't simply make clothes. What I'm doing is more about creating a feeling between people, a mixture of colours and identities. It's really about community, and I feel at ease combining sport with luxury. Someone of our generation who might go to the opera. That's the look we've created.
In the 90s, Maison Margiela named his label after himself. When he sold it a decade later, it became Maison Margiela. And now that John Galliano's at the brand's creative helm, it's called Maison Margiela. Yohji Yamamoto's followed a less winding path to design success. This collection, full of sumptuous layering and overlapping material, is an homage to nomadic gypsy culture.
If the world becomes like nomado, in the future, we will not be necessary to have passport. This is my dream.
Isn't it impossible?
I think it's impossible, but we have to make an effort until we fall down.
Gentlemen, Yohji Yamamoto has spoken. You know what you have to do.